Hello guys, right, just a quick one here. You can tell how hot my chamber was getting because I use these little things to stop the casing vibrating. As you can see, they've melted in to the top of the fins. Yeah, so it has been getting rather hot. Alright, let me show you some other bits. So I've got this bit on the back here, yeah, so let's see if I can zoom in a bit, give you an idea how I've done it. So I can actually get the burn chamber out without dismantling the whole thing. Yeah, so it's got a little clip. I've got 4 of them on it, and that gives me the ability to slide the back off. So that's why I've done this extended loop around the back. Yep, so I can actually pull the burn chamber out without having to take the whole heater apart. Now this is only bits of aluminium, yeah. I'm sorry, the camera's flipping around, so it just makes like a little, fits on like a shoe, yeah. Okay, whilst I've also got that off, right, your overheat sensor. So let's have a look. So that's the way it goes onto your ECU, and the terminal on the left is the live out to the overheat sensor. Now what I've done, I've interrupted that signal return by putting a resistor in line just there. I can show you what the resistor looks like. Okay, can you see it? One of those. For testing. You mean unknown damage part? It's not. Test again. Okay, there you go. Can you see that? It's showing 1000k. Probably is 1k, isn't it? So that's all I use. I put that on the return signal to the ECU to let it know it's not got too hot, because otherwise it would cut out at 280C every single time. But you'd think that would really play a part in its cool down process, yeah, because it's got no idea what the temperature really is and how long to run the fan for when you switch it off. But it is consistent at 75C. The actual fan, you can hear it go woo, 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 slowing down, and it turns off at 70. So it still works, but it doesn't, when I'm whacking it right up and getting it extremely silly hot, it doesn't shut down on me. Which, okay, if you've got kids around and they're shoving your teddy bear in the front of it, not a good idea to do this. But for my purpose, because I'm running on dual fuel, which is where I'm getting my heat from, so like on my number 1 setting, once I've got it up as hot as I can on diesel, which is around about 270 at the very most if I'm lucky. Yeah, no, it's not even that high. It's about 250. Yeah. Then I switch it over to the hot oil. Then I turn it down to 1, and I can get 310 on 1. I can get 360 on 2. As you can see, I mean, it does get bloody hot, because even those electrical connectors have melted into it. What is this plastic? God knows. I mean, I can normally read, because I used to repair a lot of bumpers and paint a lot of bumpers. I could normally, they have like a PPE and it gives you the actual qualities of the plastic, but it's got no stamping on it whatsoever. But I do know from practice that if I'm repairing a bumper, yeah, like, and it's an expensive one, like 1,500 quid bumper, yeah, as long as I've got all the bits, I can put it back together. So I'd normally go back to a crash scene and pick up all the bits of a Porsche or a Merc bumper, and I can solder it back together. This plastic, as well as bumpers, you can get them up to, say you get your soldering iron, digital one, and it's showing 350, and it's not joining the pieces together, well then you know the melting point's a lot higher. So I've found out the best way to repair like a broken bumper is at 450C. So using that knowledge, I reckon the melting point of this is around about 450 before the plastic starts melting. And I'm nowhere near 450 at the moment. But time will tell. We'll see what this new 2025 burn chamber does. Okay, so that's how you can cheat the system. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could just. These are a smaller version. I don't know if these are called Scotty ones or Zena. I'm not sure which ones I've ordered here. But as you can see, they have a grey line on them, which means they're directional. Where this, a standard resistor, is not directional. Yeah, you can have it. You can put current through both ways. This is like a one-way valve. And these, I use the 20 amp version. So when I do put the glow plugs on, yeah, and the ECU is on its glow plug cycle, it doesn't even know there's an extra glow plug there. Yeah, just by using these one-way diodes. Yeah, so I'm running 2 lots of 20 amperes on mine. One just before the ECU and another for some crazy wiring I've managed to do, but it works and it doesn't melt down. And they are the ones I put on there, which are like probably 3 times bigger than this. Okay. Anything else I can tell you? Let me think. No. Okay, so I've showed you what that Chinese silencer did. Absolutely destroyed it. And the smell I could smell was obviously coming out of this little hole. Even though I put a rubber bung in it, you can see there is witness marks of some form of leakage from that air chamber. But this is completely different. So it's a smaller hole, and I've tested this with a blow lamp, and this particular, I think it's made of nitrile, doesn't melt. Well, everything obviously melts at some point, but when it cools down, it doesn't go rock hard. It stays the same form. Yeah, so what I've done, I put a little zip tie on the end of that, just so when I'm whacking up the supercharger, it doesn't blow it out the side. Okay. Any questions, just ask. Are you wondering why I am not running a rubber gasket? Well, I don't think I need to anymore. Because, I mean, okay, that was in there. You can see I've chopped the bit out. So I have the ability to remove the chamber. But it's doing sod all, isn't it? I mean, it's really designed for camper vans, I suppose, between where you're putting the exhaust out through the floor and you want to make sure you've got nothing coming back in. But I don't see any point in it, so it's going to stay off. The air's going that way, isn't it? And not going that way. Okay, bye for now, guys.